What's up, guys? I appreciate you tuning in again and following along with these discussions. In today's episode, we're diving into something that could have a major impact not only on the cryptocurrency market, but also on the financial environment as a whole. By the time this video is released, the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision may already be out. And let me tell you, this is a huge development because it gives us insight into what the next several months could look like for crypto investors. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in crypto. The big news is that the Fed is expected to cut interest rates. Many saw this move coming, though there's been plenty of debate around it. Even former President Donald Trump has been vocal, pressing Jerome Powell to make the move. For a long time, Powell resisted, holding rates steady despite the growing pressure. But the reality of the economic data has now forced his hand. And here's where it gets interesting. While lower interest rates are usually bullish for cryptocurrencies and other risk assets, the benefits won't be equally distributed across the board. For some investors, this could be fantastic news. But others may find themselves in a dangerous position if they're chasing the wrong assets. Rate cuts might lift the market overall, but if you're overexposed to coins with limited upside, you could still lose money even in a generally bullish environment. That's why strategy and timing matter now more than ever. Let's consider what traders are saying. Many believe that big assets like Ethereum and Solana are already showing signs of strength, with altcoins beginning to follow behind them. What usually happens in these moments is that the majority of people get caught up in the excitement, throwing their money at coins that have already surged. They buy in late, without a clear plan for when to exit, and then sit in confusion when quieter, less hyped projects don't make sudden moves. The result? Most of those latecomers end up holding bags and finishing the cycle with losses. We've seen this pattern play out repeatedly. Take Kaspa as an example. While it hasn't made the massive runs that other assets have seen, 3, 4, or even 5 times growth, its potential remains overlooked. The problem is that most influencers and self-proclaimed experts in the space push the coins that are already on fire. They tell you to buy into the assets that have rallied the most. But if you stop and think logically about the upside left in those coins, it's actually quite limited. Sure, you could still make money if you're disciplined and have a strict exit strategy, but the window of opportunity is already much smaller. This is why patience is crucial. Instead of chasing whatever is trending, it's far wiser to position yourself in assets that are still undervalued and haven't yet had their explosive moment. Kaspa fits that description. At around $2 billion in market cap, it's tiny compared to giants like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are already valued in the hundreds of billions. When you consider the growth potential, Kaspa stands out as an opportunity. The market cap could expand to $100 billion, $200 billion, or even more over time. Yet despite this, many investors continue to overlook it. The fascinating part about Kaspa is its technology. A truly strong cryptocurrency should be able to survive and even thrive, regardless of whether the macroeconomic environment is favorable or hostile. If the Fed cuts rates, that's generally good for crypto. If they keep them high, it puts pressure on the market. But for a project with real fundamentals, long-term survival and growth should be possible in either scenario. Kaspa is positioned in exactly that way. On the technical side, Kaspa has redefined what a top-tier blockchain should be. It offers security, scalability, and speed, handling as many as 100 blocks per second. This is groundbreaking in the industry. Few cryptocurrencies can deliver on all three aspects: decentralization, security, and scalability without major compromises. Kaspa does. From that perspective, it's already in the top 3 most advanced projects in existence. And when technology is that strong, the price usually follows in due time. Right now, the disconnect between Kaspa's technological achievements and its market price is striking. While everyone is piling into Ethereum, Solana, or Bitcoin, the upside for those assets is nowhere near what it used to be. They're established giants with massive valuations already priced in. Kaspa, however, is still at the beginning of its journey. This is the first major bull run for a proof-of-work coin like Kaspa at its scale. And with so much innovation behind it, the market will eventually recognize its true value. Of course, timing plays a big role. Some may wonder why Kaspa's price hasn't exploded yet, despite everything it has going for it. The answer is simple. The market hasn't turned its full attention there yet. But when the spotlight shifts, the move could be sharp and fast. That's why early positioning is key. Meanwhile, many investors continue making the same mistakes, spreading money across dozens of coins without doing real research, or throwing cash into hyped-up projects without any exit plan. They're gambling, not investing. And when the hype fades, they're the ones left holding assets that no longer have momentum. That's not the strategy you want to follow. The smarter move is to carefully evaluate projects, understand their long-term potential, and build positions before the crowd arrives. This way, you're not chasing pumps, you're already there when the growth finally comes. To sum it up, the Fed's rate decision could be a turning point for the broader crypto market. Lower interest rates typically provide a tailwind, attracting more capital into risk assets like crypto. But don't mistake a rising tide for guaranteed profits. Most people will still lose money because they're following hype instead of strategy. If you want to be on the winning side of this market, focus on fundamentals, patience, and careful positioning. Kaspa, with its unique technology and massive growth potential, is one of those rare opportunities that checks all the boxes. So, while others are distracted chasing late-stage pumps, take the time to evaluate where real value still exists. When the next big move comes, you'll be glad you positioned yourself wisely. Thanks for watching. Like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe if you want more real-time updates, moves, market trends, and hidden gems.